Hi, good morning, everybody. We are live again. This is Jancy. Those who don't know me, let me introduce. I'm Jancy. I'm working as a registered nurse in Adelaide, South Australia. Along with my full time nursing job, I started a digital business which actually changed my entire life. This was a game changer, this digital business. So I'm here just to tell you what is this business all about. So let me just tell you a little bit about what we are doing. This is a digital business, and we are doing attraction marketing for a company, and company is giving us whatever sales volume we create, the company is giving us the commission. So it actually, anybody can do this business, any profession, anyone who comes from any type of background, they can do this business. This is such a simple platform. Just plug in and learn the social media marketing. So we are giving all support and tools. That's why we are telling anybody can do this. So if I can do this, anybody can do this. So today I'm here with a live with one of my best person. It's none other than Praisy Vivi. She's an ANUM, like assistant nurse unit manager in Melbourne, and she is a busy person. From her busy schedule, why as a ANUM, why she came into this online digital world, this digital world, how come she was attracted to this digital world, and what is her result. She is going to explain her journey. She's going to share with us. Let's hear from Praisy's mouth. Thank you so much, Praisy, for coming into my page. I know you are very busy, but you find time to at least 15-20 minutes to share your journey, your result for my audience. Over to you, Praisy. Thank you so much. And those who are listening us today, thank you so much for your time. And please check into this after listening her journey. Please check it out. And if this worked for you, please do it. Over to you, Praisy.
Thank you, Jansi Chechi. Thank you so much for having me today. Like as I am busy, I'm sure you are also a very busy lady. So yeah, you are also a business coach. So I'm very privileged to be here and to share a little bit of my journey. Jansi ji was saying, like I'll introduce myself. So I'm Praisy. So I live in Melbourne, Australia, but basically from Kerala, India. I live here with my husband and two kids, and I'm working as an associate nurse unit manager. So serving as an A&M, it is truly rewarding, and it is part of my life. So I'm grateful for everything that I've learned through my nursing journey. So it's not because like I hate nursing or like, I truly love what I do. Like, I truly love my profession, and I'm really enjoying my job as well. But at the same time, like as much as I loved my job, I always felt like there was something more that I could explore. Okay, something that gives me like a bit more stability, helps me grow, and definitely the main thing was flexibility. Okay, and truly I'm blessed today that I am also impacting other people beyond the hospital walls. Okay, so definitely I work in a pediatric ICU. I see a lot of smiles, from the families and children, like, and that is when that is also a part of me. Like, I also enjoy seeing the developments or the growth in other people in my team as well in the business journey. So I can truly relate to my job as well and the business. Like, what I enjoy is seeing people grow. Okay, so that's so why I chose this business, like over to nursing. Like, I'm still doing my nursing. I'm not, and that's what I said. Like, it's not because I don't love my job, but something that I was missing was the flexibility with my family. Okay, so as I told, I have two kids. They're 12 years old, and the other girl, my girl, is turning 8 years old. Okay, so I started this business like 4.5 years ago. So they were very little. Okay, and at that time, I was really missing. I was doing a full time job, and mostly my husband's also a nurse, so we had to work shift work. And when he used to come, I used to go. Okay, so that was how we were actually traveling. Okay, like how our life was moving on. Okay, so we were both doing full time, and you can imagine how many days we can be together. So that was affecting our relationship, and truly, literally in the car we were like handing over our kid stuff. That's the main communication we had, nothing else. Okay, I'm going for work. They've done their homework. They have eaten their food. The next person will say, okay, if you can't do it, like I can do it. That was literally our life. Okay. And then when the kids grew up, they wanted to go for activities. We wanted to send them for activities. It was really getting really tough with us. Okay. And that's when I thought, okay, my husband used to tell me, you can cut down on your hours, you can cut down on your hours. But we all know, both our parents are back home. We are helping our families. We're helping other missionaries. We need money for our kids as well. If they want to go for activities, nothing is cheap these days. Okay, so if we, we all say, okay, we came into a western country, but we all want a lifestyle here, isn't it? So what is the point of coming to a foreign country and constraining ourselves like this? Like, what is the use of it? Okay, without any enjoyment in life. So that was also another thing. We wanted to travel, all those things. And our parents were getting older, so we might need to go back a few times, back home. And every year, definitely, we wanted to go and see our parents and relatives. That was one thing that was always dear to our heart. So these were the thinking, how can we manage without, if I cut down the hours, I need something to supplement it, isn't it? So, of course, like, I didn't have to do much of overtime or extras. My husband never, like, unless, there is something important that's coming up. Like, if we have to travel to India, yes, of course, I had to pick up a few extra shifts or overtime. Okay. And then otherwise, that year would go smoothly. Okay, but this is something that was constraining. Like, I could have money, okay, as a nurse, as both nurses, we could make plenty of money, but where is the life? Okay, so we were trading our time for money. So that is what really caught me. And then at some point in my career as well, I did two masters, but I really kept feeling myself, am I really being appreciated for what, or is it worth the amount of time and the studies that I did? Okay, I did my masters in advanced clinical nursing. I did two postgrads, both in adult intensive care and pediatric intensive care. Was it all worth it? Okay, so that was my feeling. Like, I spent a lot of money, but was it worth it, my time and the money? Okay, I really felt that. Okay, so I'm not discouraging anyone taking up masters or anything like that. Definitely, that has really helped me. The leadership qualities that I learned from there, it's never wasted. I do utilize that in my business journey as well. Okay, so all these things, whatever you learn, I think any education, okay, it's not like nursing just alone. Any education you learn, it's never wasted. Okay, so that's what made me come into this business, I would say.
Thank you,
So,
Praisy. That's such a great explanation. As
yeah.
we
I
all
think I
know,
have
we
a
all
lot of,
can make money.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think I have
we
a lot
all
to
can.
say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. We all can make money as nurses. Our salary is very good here in Australia. We all can, if we pick up extra shift or how many shifts, 7 days a week, we can work,
Yeah.
whether through agency or hospital, but we are trading our time. See, Praisy, she realized that she's trading her time. Both husband and wife, both are nurses. and they know family is more important. We do love nursing, we do care our patients, we do love nursing, it's our passion, but that is not all our life. We also, I'm just talking in Malayalam, we all have a life.
Yeah.
So if we can't enjoy our family life, or if we don't have a quiet moment in our life, always working, our life is within the hospital wall. That's not correct, it's not right, it's not healthy. So when we don't go to work, we don't have money, so we need to work, then only we earn money, isn't it? So
Yeah.
this business actually balance our work life, so we don't need to pick up any extra shift. This business will give us the extra income, where once we were picking up extra shifts or doing agency work and earning that money, where in this business we can earn that while we are enjoying our family life, while we are at work. The system still works, it's just learning that platform. Thank you so much, Praisy, and I just want to hear your success journey. So over
Mhm.
to you again. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to tell a bit more about that. The one thing, like as Stacey said, we can all earn money, but the thing is that the family moments, or that moment, if you don't have that moment to relax yourself, that's really really hard. Okay, I, as I told, I work in a pediatric intensive care. There are so many children that come, doing nasty things and come to us. And then bottom line is, like, the parents don't have time with them. Okay, they don't have, that is the main reason, kids get into that. So even though my kids were small, I used to think I don't want to be that mother. Okay, so then I, how I came into the business is, I saw a mother similar to me, and I see a nurse who was in Ireland. Okay, I saw her, and I was thinking, okay, if she can do it, why not give it a try? But was it easy for me? It wasn't easy for me, because one thing is, I wasn't a social media person, and I don't think even now I am. Okay, I'm not very comfortable, like how Jansi Jeji is. I'm not a very comfortable person with social media. Okay, there are people who have actually told me, oh my god, how much are you putting in social media now? Like, because they know, my dear friends knew that I was not never a social media person, and what is happening all of a sudden, of course, why we put on social media, people need to know who we are. Okay, so we don't have a traditional shop or anything, and that is what we are showing in our page, that we are real people. Okay, and we are getting real results. That's all. We are just here to just educate you and inspire you, and definitely educating you that there is a way out. Okay, it is not like only extras and overtime is the way. Okay, so that was a big change in my life. Okay, be coming into social media. That doesn't mean that you have to be a digital influencer or a content creator or anything like that. We do have a excellent platform. Okay, I'm so blessed to have the so many my coaches, and also so many people, even Jansu JC. There are many things, Jansi Jeji has taught me. Okay, there are things like other team members have taught me. Okay, we have a bigger team. Okay, we have a bigger community. Okay, and there's a lot of training to do. Okay, so I don't think I'm a person who would shy away from learning. That is one thing that I always love about journey. As far as there are no exams or assessments, I'm really happy about it. So to learn a skill, I am really happy. And I was like, okay, I want to do this business. I really was passionate about, I would do this business, because if I put a step into it, I want to do it. That was always me. And so then I took that effort to learn a lot. Okay, because business was not my thing. Okay, social media was not my thing. Neither was, I would sit in front of like computers or anything like that for a long time. you know um, my ADHD brain would not work like that. So so what I love about our training site is you can sit in your own time. Okay, you can say, like, whatever time is available. So I hear a lot of mothers saying, oh, I don't have time, I don't have time. Okay, see, for me, like, I do the business whenever I get time. Okay, it is not like, there is a specific time that I do. Okay, is it in the mornings? Maybe not. Okay, sometimes it is in the morning because that's when my kids are not here, I can do the business freely. Okay, but, like, I cluster things. Okay, I do my cooking one day, I do my cleaning one day I sit for, like, I cut down my hours. Okay, so why not I use that time for my business? Okay, so there are, like, how I used to go for my job then. Okay, so this is, at least I'm sitting in my own, like, my own home, and I'm doing it at the comfort of my home in my own PJs. Okay, so I don't have to worry about all those things. Or if I need, like, I'm not stressed as much as I was before. Okay, so when my kids come back in the evening, mostly I don't take much in the evening with business, like, so we have time with my kids and family time and family prayer and all that. Okay, so that is something I really like, so that is a change that happened to me. Okay, beyond money. Okay, of course money is what, like, I came for. Okay, like, let's be honest. Okay, that's the main thing I came for. Okay, because I'm cutting down my hours, I want to supplement it, I already told that. But beyond that, I felt that flexibility and that freedom. Okay, that is what is time freedom, I would say. And that freedom of, like, and I think I've been more productive at work as well, because I'm not stressed anymore. Okay, I'm not stressed of going to work. Okay, I have to achieve this much. I have time to relax. So even my duties are all clustered. So then I have a week to relax myself, and then continue my job. So the amazing training that we have, like, we can do it in our own time, our own pace. Okay, nobody's coming behind you, do this, do that. Okay, you do it in your own time and pace. Okay, that is a big thing, I would say. Okay, so especially for me, like, I really enjoy that. Okay, so and mothers, how much time do you spend in, like, going for activities of your kids? Okay, for my son's soccer, I go for 2 hours, I sit in the car. Okay, waiting for him to finish his practice. I can do the business easily. Okay, like, I still enjoy watching him and cheering for him, but at least 1 hour, like, when they're practicing, I can. Okay, I watch the game, of course. Like, with my daughter also, the same amount of time I spent. Okay, and they go for music classes, they go for swimming, I'm sitting there watching them. Okay, so like, you don't need. And somebody asked me, oh, you have to carry this computer all the time. No, it's not about computer. Like, you can do the main setup in the computer and just have it on your phone. Okay, everything you can, as far as there is an internet connection, you can do it. Okay, so think about the time slots you have. Okay, that pockets of time that you have. Definitely, mothers, like, if I can do it, apart from all this, I'm volunteering for church activities and everything. Okay, so don't tell me, like, you don't have time. Okay, I was a person who was doing full-time work, doing church activities, everything together with this business. Okay, so of course now I cut down, but as my team grows. Okay, so if your business is growing, you would be more busy, that is the fact. Okay, so definitely you will find strategies to help out in other ways as well. So if anyone hearing me, don't tell, like, there's no time. Okay, we all have time. We just need to prioritize our time.
Thank you, Praisy. Such a great explanation, and as an ANM, very busy person, but she still find time to do this digital business because time is very important. So she gave priority for her family. The flexibility what we get from this business is amazing. So she can take her kids to their extracurricular activities, and she can spend time. She's also a busy Christian, as a Christian, I'm going to ask you one more question, Praisy. She's also a born again Christian like me. She's a Pentecost believer. I'm a Pentecost believer. I know in Christian community, especially our born again Christian community, people usually say prosperity is bad, money is evil, and this business is not good for Christians. This is not the right thing to do. So I always explain them, if you get money, then only you can help others. If someone comes in front of you asking for a help, if you don't have, you cannot help. So it depends how you use the money. Prosperity is not bad, but the way you use it, that's how you you um, you take it from there. Like if you are spending money unnecessarily, wasting it, like, unnecessary things, wasting the money, you don't know how to use it, then it is bad. But if you are using the money what you are earning, it's a blessing. It's not only a blessing to us, it's a blessing to many people. So I want to hear from Praisy. She's a busy church member. I think she's doing the Sunday school teacher, and very actively she is doing things in church. So I also want to ask you, being a Christian, is it affecting your Christian life, or how do you manage the time?
Okay. Very good question, Jechi. Nobody has asked me this question, but I definitely tell this. Like, my brother is also doing a business. Okay. So we were just discussing this last Sunday about this. Okay. So what I was saying is, definitely this business has only helped me more. Okay. As I told, our family prayers have been more consistent because I cut down my hours. Definitely it has helped us, okay, to be with my children. Okay. I don't think God really wants you to, like God has told you to utilize your opportunity. Okay. In Proverbs 31 we read about the noble woman. Okay. In that, it says about how she prepares food for her family, she does everything, like all her household chores, everything. And then beyond that, okay, she goes far and gets the materials to do something. Okay. So in that, it is very clear that she is helping her husband. Okay. She is also being part of the family budget. So I definitely believe that, okay, that is a big thing that we all, as women, we should do. Okay. It is not okay. Definitely in our Christian community, we say about, being looking after the household chores and everything. But as a mother, I'm talking from my point of view, as a mother, as a Christian mom. Okay. We can still do something beyond that. Like, it is from home. Okay. It is not, you're not going out of it. And then your question about prosperity, yeah, as Chechi already said that, okay, unless we have in our hands, you can never pour out of an empty jar. Okay. You what are you going to pour out? Okay. Unless you are filled, you cannot make money. Pour out to someone else or help someone else. Okay. And beyond that, we should always think, okay, uh, Jesus never said money is the root of evil. The love for money is the root of evil. Okay.
Yes,
So we
correct.
definitely need money. Okay. And money is not the but money should not be ruling us. Okay. See, as I told you, beyond money, for me, my flexibility, my time freedom was the most important thing. But definitely I need money as well. Okay. So but it should never affect your Christian life. Okay. It should never help, be a hindrance for your spiritual life. You should not go, to be honest, when I'm working overtime and all those things, that is when I never had time to attend church properly. Okay. I was a sleepy head, going to church. Okay. That was what was really affecting me. Okay. So now I'm feeling more blessed and privileged that I'm not doing that anymore. And I'm happy that, I'm making money, but without hindering my spiritual life. Okay, like so and definitely, like, in a business you can grow. Okay, that is what my this thing is. You can grow in business, but don't be a stingy person. Okay, when God has increased your standard of living, it should be your standard of giving also should increase. Okay, that is my belief. Okay, so I don't feel like, money is a bad thing if I'm using money only for my benefit. Okay, only for my enjoyment, my luxury. Like, I don't think I'd live a luxury life or anything. I still, like, even though I'm making money, always increased the standard of giving. And also, like, I can consciously say that. Okay, and of course I am enjoying my money, but at the same time I am also enjoying the smile on others face. Okay, so that is what God intends from us, I would say.
Yeah,
So money
thank
is
you.
not
Thank you,
bad.
Tracy.
Yeah.
I hope this will clarify many people's question, because I know
Mm.
so many people, they think money is evil. As Praisy said, Jesus never wants us to be poor. He doesn't want us to be miserable, always struggling for money, no finance, no money to go and see our loved ones, or no money to spend for our daily needs. So he doesn't want us to struggle for anything like that. He is the God who bless us abundantly. When we say abundantly, it's an abundant blessing. So as praises, I always say, like, if your glass is not overflowing, how can you give it to someone who are thirsty, looking for water? So when your glass is full, it's not enough for you to uh, you to um, you to drink. So when that amount is not enough for you to drink, how can you give it to someone who is in front of you, very thirsty, asking or looking for water? So I always say, when your glass is overflowing, that's the time you can actually give that person who is thirsty. So the same way, when we have money, we can help others. When we don't have money, we can't. So it is not affecting our Christian life. We still find time to pray. We still find time to go to church, and doing all the church activities, we still find time. So because we are not forgetting God, our our main focus is God. So we depend on God's wisdom, we depend on God's grace, and we are not doing by ourselves this. And we are always God is in the center of our life. God is in the center of our business, our work, our family, everything. Jesus is in the right center. So money is not evil if you are using it in a right way. So thank you so much, Praisy, for that explanation. I know I never asked that question. I thought I will ask you, because many Christians, they want to start this business, but this is actually holding them back. And they think it will affect their Christian life. No, it will not affect your Christian life. You need to schedule your life. It's, you need to have a discipline in your life. Then it won't affect anything. As you are going to work, you are every day you are showing up to go to work. So the same way, everything you do that way. So me too, I was doing full time, 41 years I was doing full time nursing, and only 2 weeks ago I become part time, 2 3 weeks ago. But I haven't actually put my resignation for the other job, because I split my full time job to two different jobs. So I have already informed them. So it's such a great blessing for me to become a part timer, and I can spend more time with my family, with church, and with my business, instead of going into work. My life, God wants us to live a better life. We deserve much better than what we are. It's not only the hospital wall. We don't need to stuck in hospital wall. We all build such a beautiful house, but we don't have time to sleep in our house, or we don't have time to live in this beautiful house. what is the use? There is no use. Building and owning a house in Australia is such a big thing. It's not easy. It's very, very hard. When you build such a beautiful house, or when you buy a beautiful house, if you don't have time to spend your one day peacefully in your house, what's the point owning a house? The house is there, but you lives in hospital. It was like that. I used to tell, sometimes the orderlies comes and they say, "Oh, sister, I have seen you always in hospital," and I will tell, "Yes, I do live here. This is my first home. My home is my second home." So that's what I used to tell. So after coming into business, yes, I become part time now because I can leverage a very good income through this business. As Praisy also, she cut down her hours. She's such a great blessing to our community. She's a business coach, and I'm also a business coach. Praisy being long ago been a business coach, and we are doing very successfully this business. We are helping our family, we are building our life, and we are helping many people who are looking for a side stream of income to build their house. Or me, I came because I had multiple debts, so I cleared my debt, I cleared my car loans. So those who are listening, who are going through debts, or so many financial liabilities, this is a great platform, and you can be very successful. And we gave all the training, all the support we are giving. So thank you so much for listening us today. And Tracy, do you want to add anything, the last, any advice you want to give for our audience?
I don't think I have much to tell, Chechi, but for us, our journey, like we have already put in front of you about our journey. Okay, so as a mother, as a nurse, we all are good at doing other things. Okay, we sometimes don't. We always underestimate ourselves, I would say. Okay, like especially being mothers and all, like you think, oh, that's it, that's the end of my dreams, but like if you really dig into yourself, like unless you have an opportunity to dig into yourself, you never know what your potential is. You definitely have a lot of potential, otherwise you cannot manage your home. Okay, so sorry, I'm talking from a perspective of a mother and a wife. Okay, but beyond that, like men also can do this business, but as a woman, I'm saying, like so many people think that, oh, I can't do it. Okay, I'm not capable of doing. But how do you manage your home? How do you, like every morning you have a vision about, okay, what am I going to cook today? What am I going to do today? Okay, how am I going to manage with my kids today? Okay, all those thoughts go through your mind. That's the same thing. You can always transfer it into your mind as well, like in the business as well. What I've heard is, like many successful businesses are now owned by women. Why? Because God has given a very beautiful skill of multitasking for women. Okay, so if anyone is thinking that I'm not good enough, okay, dig into yourself. You definitely have a lot of potential, and until you take that courage to step into that first, that take that first step, it's never going to work. So I would encourage you, just take that first step of reaching out to us, okay, and ask us, and we are here to guide you through. And then, of course, this is not a quick scheme. And as Jansi was asking, like, I don't believe in quick money, okay? Like the Bible says in Proverbs that quick money leads to death, okay? So that is very true. I don't believe in quick rich schemes or lotteries or anything like that, okay? And that is the only way to make quick money, I would say. But this is a business where you need consistency, where you need discipline. But don't worry, if you are not that person who has it now, don't worry, we are here to teach you all that. We are all experienced people who can guide you through, okay, what our life experiences are. We are also not just teaching about, like social media, online marketing, nothing like that. We also do learn a lot of life lessons in our business, in our team. Okay, so don't worry if you're not a person like that. You can always change. Neuroplasticity is a new, the researchers always say, like, it is not like previously. Researchers say neuroplasticity is possible. Okay, so believe in it and take that first step. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Chechi, for this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you, Praisy. Thank you so much. You have well explained, and it is really a special session actually. Thank you so much, and thank you everyone who were listening us today. And take your action today. If you think this will help you, this will build your family, please reach out to any one of us. Our website is written there, or you can ask any question. Thank you, and you all have a lovely day. God
Thank you,
bless
Chechi.
you.